Hello and welcome to Wicked Whales Roller Coasters. Today we will be discussing the future plans of the Six Flags theme park known as the Great Escape. Before I discuss the future changes and attractions I believe will be implemented into this park in the following years, I'd like to give a quick rundown on its history. First of all, I think the most unique part of the Great Escape is that it's located in the Adirondack Park in upstate New York. I think this is very rare for a theme park because the Adirondack Park is government land, it's like a protected area, and today you wouldn't be able to build a theme park without owning existing land there. Speaking of land, it was originally bought by Charles Wood and his wife for only $75,000. The first park located in this area was opened in 1954 with the name of Storytown, USA. The park was mostly geared towards small children with like a storybook theme, a few rides, and had like more of like a walkthrough storytelling experience where you're like immersed in recreations of like tales, and like there would be like castles and little houses you can go in, mostly for younger children. It should also be mentioned, and I'm not kidding about this, to advertise the original park, the employees would walk through the parking lot and put Storytown USA bumper stickers on each car. That is without the permission of the car's owners, but this was stopped in the following years due to many complaints, and can't imagine why. And today I think this would probably lead to a few lawsuits and pretty large fine. But in 1957, the Great Escape had its first major expansion and added a ghost town area to the park, which was geared towards like more older children to expand the amount of people that are coming in. And roughly 20 years later, in 1983, the park changed its name to what we know it as today, the Great Escape. The following year, the park was opened its first real roller coaster known as the Steam & Demon, which is still open today, but is definitely in need of major refurbishment due to often complaints of it shaking and causing like headaches, because from experience I know this ride is very headache inducing. It's very shaky, bumpy, definitely needs to be modernized. And in 1994, the Great Escape opened, I think, the best roller coaster there, the Comet, and I will be doing a future video on that shortly. In 1995, the Great Escape opened its first water park, Splash Water Kingdom, and finally, in 1996, the Great Escape was bought by Premier Parks, which later changed the name to Six Flags. In the following years leading up to today, the Great Escape has added a separate indoor water park, which has a total, and today has a total of 35 rides, 6 roller coasters, 3 additional charged attractions, and 10 water attractions. Now, moving into the future of the Great Escape, I do believe that many of the attractions could be updated, such as I was saying before, the Steam & Demon. It could be made quite a bit smoother, and possibly a larger update could be adding more inversions or longer runtime, because I do know from experience that the ride seems to be very short, and even including the lift hill, it's no more than 30 to 40 seconds long. Also, the Comet, the main roller coaster at this point, could be updated by turning it into an RMC, which, if you don't know, an RMC is kind of like a hybrid coaster mixed between, well, when they get a wooden roller coaster and they add steel and they update it, add inversions, corkscrews. And if you've ever been on the Wicked Cyclone in Six Flags New England, that would be an RMC, since it was originally the Cyclone and then turned into the Wicked Cyclone. But I do believe if this was done with the Comet, there would be quite a bit of outcry from fans, because the Comet is now almost 100 years old, and though it has been changed, I do believe now people would be very angry if it was changed because it's such a classical ride. But I do believe maybe on its 100th year anniversary, it could receive some updates, possibly making it an RMC. Now, I do also want to mention that since the beginning of the Great Escape, it's always been hard for large expansions or rides to be put in, and this is due to it being located in the Adirondack Park. This is because there's just so many regulations where they don't want you to be cutting down so many trees or having, incredibly tall structures such as roller coasters that would be like blocking the view of the mountains and harming the environment in any way. But I still do believe that there is a lot of unused space in the Great Escape that could, in the future, be turned into more space for roller coasters or new rides. One of these areas, I believe, would be back in the Pavilion area, which I'll put up a picture for. This is where during Fright Fest, they have a haunted house that, when I went back there recently, I actually saw it still there, so it's now a permanent structure that they have. So every year for Fright Fest, they have this haunted house where you walk through, like most of the other Six Flags parks. But to the left of that, there's a field now where they have cut down a bunch of trees, and it's kind of like a marshland, but I went back there and you can see it just like goes on forever, and I do believe the Great Escape owns that. And because they were cutting down trees, it does look like they're preparing for some kind of extension to the park, possibly a new ride or roller coaster, anything they could fit back there to increase the popularity of the park. Also, I think a big question a lot of people have that go to the Great Escape is what is going on with the Crack Axel Canyon building. This is a large warehouse type building in the back of Ghost Town, and every time I go to the Great Escape, you see people pointing at it, asking questions, because there used to be a roller coaster in there. I believe it closed in 2003, 2004. I'm not exactly sure on that date. And I believe it closed because someone got their arm caught in something. It maybe broke their arm or even tore their arm off. I'm not completely sure. And then it was closed down, and today it's just a warehouse for most of the year. But last year was the first year that they actually turned it into a haunted house. It was a pretty short haunted house, maybe about 10 minutes to walk through it, maybe a little bit less. And that was only open during Fright Fest, and the rest of the year it's just a big storage area, but it's still themed as it was when it was a roller coaster. And I do believe they could fit some kind of indoor dark ride or dark roller coaster in there, such as the what they have at Six Flags New England, the Gotham City Gauntlet. It's more of a small, compact roller coaster, about in the shape of a square. And I'll put up a picture for that so you can see. And it was originally called the Mousetrap, and I do believe something like that may be able to fit in that warehouse. But there's also many other roller coasters that could fit in a warehouse, like the Skull Mountain roller coaster is in a large warehouse. I don't believe the one at the Great Escape is as large as that, but they could fit some roller coaster like that in there. There is also one more prediction I have for the opening land area behind the pavilion area at the Great Escape, and that would be that maybe sometime in the future the Great Escape could look into more of like a safari type attraction, such as what Six Flags Great Adventure has, and that has been a huge success, one of the main attractions at the park, fun for all ages, and I think that would go great with the Adirondack tone of Six Flags Park, the Great Escape, and because they just have so much land back there, and that obviously wouldn't interfere too much with regulations with the Adirondack parks or anything like that, and that could just be a simple enclosed area where they could have some animals that maybe already live in the Adirondack, such as deer, moose, maybe bears, where you could go in the large jeeps and see them from a distance. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Hope you liked it. Me and Emwick will hopefully be doing many more of these in the future. And thanks for watching.